The Nikon Z50 came out in 2019, and it's Nikon's first crop sensor mirrorless camera. 5 years later in 2024, how does it fare? I picked up my Z50 as an additional second camera to my then Nikon D7500, a crop sensor DSLR. I wanted to try my hands at a mirrorless Nikon camera, which was something new to me, and the Z50 seemed like a good competitor to the D7500. I won't go over the specs of the Z50, you can find them elsewhere online. But I do want to mention some of the features that set it apart. By far the best thing I've seen when jumping from a DSLR to a mirrorless camera is the vastly improved autofocus in live view. This has allowed me to film video with autofocus, something which was nearly impossible to do with most of the Nikon DSLRs. I also really like the fact that all the Z mirrorless cameras can adapt f-mount lenses with the FTZ adapter without losing any functionalities. I personally pair mine with the Nikon 200-500mm f5.6, and this combination has gotten me some incredible pictures and videos. Of course, it's not a perfect camera. No camera ever is. First, I think the selfie screen that flips downwards is a gimmick. For people who want to do vlogging, having a screen that flips out to the side is much better. Otherwise, it will be incredibly difficult to use a tripod or attach something below and see yourself using the selfie screen. Personally, I don't use this camera to vlog, so I don't see this as an issue for me. The focus speed is also noticeably slower. If you come from one of the higher-end Nikon DSLRs, you will see straight away that it will take longer for focus acquisition. My workaround for that has always been to do a manual focus override to get it close to where I want the focus to be, and then let the autofocus take over. The lack of in-body stabilization is also something to be aware of, but I've gotten around it by using higher shutter speeds for photos or using some kind of support system for videos. So, can I recommend the Nikon Z50 as a wildlife photographer's camera? I'd say, if you have the cash, go for a full-frame Z camera instead. It will be so much better. I own a Nikon Z6 II as well, and although it isn't touted as a wildlife camera like the Z8 or the Z9, I certainly see a big jump in performance compared to the Z50. But the Z50 is no slouch. If you come from an entry-level DSLR, you will see a noticeable difference in the Z50. I have taken some great images with the Z50 that I'm proud to call portfolio material. After all, I think you can always make any camera work. It's all about learning the strengths and weaknesses of your camera and working around them.